Cam, when you think about this season from a personal and team standpoint, what comes to mind? How do you just assess the way it played out?
Yeah, I'll go team first. It always comes first. I'd say, we didn't reach our goals. Obviously not playing. We played our last game already, and we're not in the playoff to compete for a championship. So I guess failed in that aspect of obviously that was one of our goals. But I think, like Coach said in our meeting, there were a lot of positives that came from this year as a team and on an individual level, just from our development from a lot of the young guys, and I feel like translating what we worked on all last summer going into the season. Felt like individually was pleased with putting a lot of those things into action in the games, and still so many ways to get better, but really looking forward to getting back after it this summer and having a great year next year, both as a team and individually.
What's the next step for you, as a player? I think most people probably noticed, I think you had double as many assists as anyone else on the team this season. We saw that kind of grow in your game, but what are some things that you're going to emphasize this summer to continue to round out your game going forward?
Yeah, a lot of things. I'd say, felt really happy with the jump from this year, or from last year to this year. Feel like I really have a good grasp of Coach's system, both on offense and defense. For me, I think my longevity in the league is dependent on the defensive end, and to get to where we want to go as a team, to win championships, you have to be great on both ends of the floor. So I think defensively, that's always my first area to kind of continue to improve upon. On the offensive end, just fine-tuning a lot of the things that we worked on within the offense this year. Felt very good about being able to show, I guess, more of my playmaking ability this season, and I want to continue to build upon a lot of the little things within our offense going into next year, and just feel like I have a much better grasp going into year 3 from playing a lot more minutes this year.
So even with the adversity, coming this season, I still feel like it's a close-knit kind of group. How would you just describe, the guys that you've been playing with this season?
Yeah, I think we're a connected team. We talked about it as a group towards the end of the year, just wanting to do more things off the court together. I feel like it's pretty natural for the team that we have right now. A lot younger group, so we're probably more connected in age. So I guess similar to the college days where you're always kind of around each other and throwing jokes back and forth at one another. But I think going into year 3 for me, but going into next year as a group, I feel like down the stretch we built a lot of chemistry with each other, and we'll take that going forward, but definitely a connected group, and looking forward to getting back after with these guys.
Bit off topic, and I'm sorry if it's a sore subject, but I think we overheard you in the locker room during the national championship game last Monday night. It's kind of losing your mind a little bit. What were the emotions of watching the entire UConn run that maybe wasn't improbable, but maybe they weren't favored in the way that they were the years that you were there?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the nature and culture of the UConn program anyway. I guess now because of all the success, people kind of believe in them to get it done, but I think even going into the tournament, not a lot of people were picking UConn to even be in that game. So just a lot of pride and love for those guys, man. I wouldn't be here without them. The UConn family is definitely a brotherhood, and just want to always support those guys like they supported me in my career and still do to this day. So what a run they had. Obviously didn't get the result that they wanted, but I think they should be proud about how they fought and overcame a lot of adversity and proved a lot of people wrong. So definitely proud of those guys.
Cam, about that competitive nature, several of your teammates have just talked about how much of a dog you are when it comes to playing dominoes. I'm curious to know how you learned the game, who taught you the game, and can you share some of the trash talk when you're playing the game as well?
Trash talk will probably get me in trouble, so we'll keep that on the plane. But no, Jock Landale was obviously here earlier in the year, and it was me, John Conchar, Jock, and Santi Aldama. That's kind of our table. But Jock introduced us to dominoes. I was probably a little slower to pick it up. I like to learn all the details of the game. I was definitely on the slower end picking it up, but I feel like I've made the most strides and feel like I'm the best player on that table, even though it got split up, midway through the year. I feel like I'm a pretty good dominoes player now, but yeah, the trash talk we'll save for another time.